Okay, this is the fifth video in the Bushville versus Harperville series. And in front of you, you see a question: what would Jesus do if he was here for those who have lost their homes and those who have no place to stay? Okay, that's my intro, and I'm just going to erase this. I want you to ponder on this solution. If God was here on the earth, if he saw the problems in America, from what is coming out of the housing crisis and with everybody losing their homes, what would he do? What would his wisdom be? All right, in the last few videos you've seen some simple diagrams and of how easy it would be to build a community. And I forgot to make mention that I'm just going to adjust this camera up here. Don't want my head cut off again. I'd like to make mention that the area itself fits within an acre, and if you go from the center to the point, it actually works out to 100 feet. And if you go to 120 feet, that would make up an area of one acre in the shape of a hexagon. Now, if this is your land, if you got, say, 6 or 7 acres here, how would you go about to lay out these camps? And that's what I'd like to show you today. And say, for example, you have a length of cable with 2 rings attached in the end, and so you're forming like a long chain that's 120 feet long, and it's marked off at 100 feet. And so you establish your center point, and you have one person standing here, or you could just put a stake in there. You could go out to 120 feet, right? I think I'm making this too big here. Go out to 120 feet, and you mark the spot right there, okay? And then you come around to here, and you mark the spot here. And you could actually have this like a pole there, or a post, and if you just connect the dots, that would give you 120 feet and 120 feet out from center. Now, if you had 2 other people with 2 more chains, you could have one person come here, and you would have one chain there, and as you pull it tight, you would get the 3rd reference point. So that would give you one triangle. And if you did that again over here, once you're finished here, you can form your chain here to here. That would give you your 2nd quadrant. And again, you'd have your 3rd piece of the pie. And so you just need 1, 2, you probably need about 4 chains of at 120 feet. And of course you want to mark them off at 100 feet here, right? And then you have your 4th, it's not exactly geometric, but 5th and 6th points. So if you take your chain, establish another line there, and so on, you're roughly going to get a beehive or a hexagon that's exactly 43,560 feet. So this would be 1 acre within this perimeter. So what we're going to do is redo it. Okay. This is going to be our starting point. So now you take your, you're going to use this as your center of reference, and start here. You take your chain here, your 120 foot chain, and you would go out here to 120 feet. So this would become your center point for your second camp, and at the same time you would have somebody else here with a chain at 120 feet. So you're looking across to make, you might even use one of those things for shooting, so you could tell that you're within a percent or less than a percent of accuracy. And then you would establish your third center, a reference point from the center, your fourth, you got your fifth here, your sixth, or your fifth and your sixth. And so what you would do is go, you take your team there, your survey team, and go out here and duplicate the process again, and so the change this around. The point should be over here, so you would have your 120 feet would actually work off this triangle, so you get one there, triangles are not the best, but you get the idea. You would have another camp here, 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 and here, here, and here, okay? And since you got them marked off at 100 feet from center here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and here, this becomes your free zone. Where you could drive a vehicle, like your perimeter zone, right? So from here to here you have your 100 feet. From here to here you have 120 feet. And so this, if you double that, it gives you about a 40 foot corridor all the way around, and even including in between. And you do need your free space here. It gives you like a fire guard, and it keeps everything in decency and order. So you can actually establish a Bushville in the center, and as more people come in, you can establish 6 more camps around. And so if you take a camp minus the perimeter, it gives you about 2/3 of an acre, about 0.66 of an acre. And the 20 feet that surrounds the outside of the 100 foot, that actually makes up the remaining 1/3 of an acre, okay? And so this can be done, you can set up your, if you had the 6 or 7 acres that this would take up, you could actually set up